If you look at the personal finance space, the advice on managing money as a couple is usually very generic. They tell you to have a money date, sit down with a bottle of wine or whatnot, and talk about your dreams. But what happens when one partner loves spreadsheets and future planning and the other completely shuts down or tunes out the moment numbers are mentioned? I'm a mom of three and a breadwinner building a 60 million peso portfolio, and carrying that entire mental load alone felt incredibly heavy. But it took me years to realize he wasn't being irresponsible. I was just speaking a futuristic financial language that didn't make sense to his analytical mind. If there is such a thing as a love language, I think there are also money languages. I'm not sure what all of them are, but for me, I tend to look far into the future, which can be risky because I easily miss the practical details of the present, while my husband, who has a background in accounting, focuses heavily on deadlines, numbers, and actual spending. When I used to throw big, abstract investment ideas at him, it didn't land well with our reality, so we had to stop working separately and design a shared vision where the numbers made sense to both of us. This is why we built a simple 3-step shift to transform our household from two separate entities into a unified team. First, we built a shared dashboard together, a dashboard that both of us understand. We designed it so simply that any one of us can take over the entire execution at a moment's notice. While the investment allocations are mostly my ideas, he participates actively by verifying that our current allocations match the macro plan and ensuring we were never very far from our core rules. This also builds transparency, which is very helpful in knowing where we really are and tying that to the overall goal. Second, I took a step back from the day-to-day budget tracking. For years, we would build elaborate household budgets, but because I'm handling them, I always faced extreme difficulty maintaining them in real life. When my husband transitioned to staying home, we shifted the daily expense tracking completely to him. Because his accounting brain focuses on the exact actuals, he was able to finely ground our numbers. For the first time, our projected budget perfectly matched our actual real-world spending. It's not perfect, it's not like we are always on track, but the thing is, we always know the numbers even if we are failing during some months. And lastly, instead of keeping all of our money in one giant pool managed by one person, which was me, we separated our funds between us as individual custodians. So having his own funds to manage made him fully accountable for any shifts in our baseline. Now, because his grounded perspective catches things I miss, like budgeting ahead for Father's Day or family events that we didn't really included in our annual budget. Yeah, that's a miss that we didn't consider at the time. The budget was only made for each of our birthdays and not the anniversaries or the Father's Day events and Mother's Day. So next year, we're gonna redo the budget and include those. But because we've budgeted thoroughly, our baselines are fully protected and we actually save additional money almost every single month. Almost is a term. Not every single month, but almost every single month. If you are a breadwinner carrying the financial mental load alone tonight, stop trying to turn your spouse into a stock market enthusiast. Instead, speak their language, their finance language. You don't need them to become an aggressive investor overnight. You just need to build a system that honors their strengths, protects your boundaries, and ensures you aren't building a family all by yourself. It's not gonna be easy, but if you want to see the exact tools and updates we use to run our family dashboard step by step, follow along. I update our wealth dashboard once every month, and I try to update you on our budgets weekly. Although we haven't done it last week, I think, for the last 2 weeks, because I know we have been maxing our house buffer fund due to certain emergencies and certain lifestyle changes. But I'm gonna work on that, and that's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.